Robert Mugabe styled himself the father of the nation. In the early days of his rule, he made sweeping changes to old Rhodesian laws. Education became one of his top achievements, with literacy rates among the highest in Africa. The economy flourished on the back of the agricultural sector. But during the mid-1990s, things began to change. Government-backed militia seized commercial farms, largely white-owned, and the economy faltered. Many began to question Mugabe's ability to govern, and in a desperate attempt to cling to power, his ZANU-PF narrowed the democratic space, cracking down on dissent. Zimbabwe's security forces declared open season on opposition parties and their leaders. Born of the labor unions, the movement for democratic change emerged as a counterweight to ZANU-PF rule. Its leader, Morgan Tsvangirai, led his party to the polls on several occasions. They were denied victory amid allegations of widespread vote rigging. By the 2008 elections, the economy was in tatters. Inflation was virtually the highest in the world, unemployment was rampant, and government services had collapsed. When Tsvangirai pulled out of the second round of the presidential elections, the country descended into chaos. A SADC-brokered deal brought in a unity government and a glimmer of hope. But stability was short-lived. Now, once again, Zimbabwe heads for elections. At 89, Mugabe has presided over a country that has become an international pariah, with an ailing economy and an estimated 5 million economic refugees. He has shown he is still unwilling to go into retirement.
According to Europe and perhaps America, I died, I don't know how many times I died, but they never talked about my resurrection. I was dying and dying and dying, even the dead dying again and again and again. But never did they say I had resurrected.
For his part, Morgan Tsvangirai and his party have lost some of their shine. Internal wranglings led to breakaway factions. His role as Prime Minister meant that he was forced into a government with his political enemies. A string of very public scandals about his private life caused some to question his judgment. Despite this, Tsvangirai believes he can still lead.
I've been Prime Minister for the last 4.5 years. I've been ready ever since I formed this party.
Dr. Ibu Mundaza believes it's time for strong leadership in Zimbabwe.
Well, really, nowadays, presidential candidates or presidents are largely symbolic. The expectation that government is all about one person is outdated. A president is one who shows leadership and is able to mobilize a team around him or herself in pursuit of policies, of governance, of service delivery. Yes.
While both presidential candidates have done much to malign each other, neither is perfect. As Zimbabweans head to the polls, they will go with a clear knowledge that these elections are likely to be the most important in the country's history. Mark Klusner, Harare.
News that moves. eNCA.com.